AUD USD, AUD USD. This is it running live actually. So hopefully we see TP whilst explaining what we've seen and why we entered this trade. Just give me a second, just while I just get something to stop that mouse making a noise. Okay, so yeah, this is our current trade that we're actually in at the moment. And as you can see here on the right hand side, we have the 1 hour chart showing all the 1 hour candles. Okay, you can see here this is where we swept and closed back within the range. Okay, and this is the high off of this here, and we had a market structure shift just here, yeah, at 2 o'clock. Okay, we left a FVG open, which to the downside, which is the way we wanted to trade. Okay, price tags back in. We took entry straight off that 5-minute FVG. Okay, we had the Asia low to target as the Asia high has already been taken. As you can see, this is our first market structure shift after taking Asia high as well. And if we do go up onto the 1 hour, you can actually see quite clean and clearly why we took the trade. Okay, so based on the way I trade, as many will know now, and if you've gone through the content in the Discord, you'll actually understand why I took this without me explaining it. But I'm going to explain it for my own journal and just to help out anyone who needs to see things live. Okay, as you can still see, this trade is actually live. Okay, so I'll mark it up on the chart. Okay, so we've got this high here. Price sweeps this high and closes back below. So close below previous hour's high equals bearish. Okay, it's very simple and effective how we trade. So this is sort of CRT or 1, 2, 3 method, whatever you want to call it. I'd literally just trade this sort of pattern, if you want to call it that. Why did I have my eyes on this specific pattern with this specific pair? Okay, as you can see, we have this lovely big 1 hour FVG. Okay, so price is doing what we want to see in terms of our pattern. So 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to call it, inside a 1 hour FVG, so a PD array. Okay, when we see this, this shows us this is like a double confirmation of why we should drop down to the lower time frame. And that's on the 1 hour chart. If we go to a 4 hour chart, what can we see? Well, as I always try and explain, between the hours of 1 to 5 a.m. New York time, we will have a new 4 hour candle. Okay, you can see at the bottom there, Wednesday the 29th of January, 2025, 1 a.m. Okay, and our London session starts at 2 a.m. Okay, so, and you can see that here. So first hour, we always want to see the same thing on any chart, any time frame with any candlestick. If we want to go bearish, we want to see an open, a high, a low, and then a close. Okay, so probably it will open, high, low, close. Okay, what does this do? Again, basing it from the 4 hour, going down to the 1, you have an open here, price runs up higher, then we have the distribution to the downside. Okay, this here would be your CRT low or your 1, 2, 3 low because the candlestick's been taken out. Okay, but why? We don't need to stop there. There's no reason for price to hang around now. Price wants to take this now next low, which is a swing point, the Asia low here, and then this ultimate, this is our ultimate target. If you wanted to hold the trade that long, would be your external range. Okay, so you're going from internal to external. Okay, it's very, very simple and effective. The reason the 4 hour is really powerful is because the first hour also took the previous 4 hours high. Okay, so reason for it to go higher? Not really. Do we need to fill this? No. It's a breakaway gap most likely. On a daily is probably, yeah, it's creating an FVG off of today's candle anyway. So there's no real reason. Again, if you want to start looking across, you're inside this FVG. Price obviously wants to continue lower. We closed below the low yesterday. Hence today should be bearish also. Target's down here again. But we really just need to look at the 4 hour chart. 4 hour and 1 hour. Use the sessions and it's really, really powerful, okay? And as you can see, price swept, created a high on the 4 hour. Distribution is all of this black candle just here, okay? This is all the distribution. And when we drop down, you can see why this is happening. Open high, distribution, so the low, hopefully the low is a little bit lower because our target's around here, and then close, okay? This is the 4 hours coming to an end now, so it might not do it in this hour. Hopefully it does, but obviously you got to expect it. It's going to close at some point. Maybe it's going to create a new low and then close, or maybe this is the sort of area that we're going to close at. For our sake, I hope it's a little bit lower because TP is just below price at the moment. So when you see this, you can now see, you can start to build the picture, and this is a mental image that you'll start to get when you when you've traded for a while and you've got experience. When you start dropping down, you start to see the market maker models now, okay? So you can see, what have we got here? We've got buy side liquidity being created. Here, price takes it out on this Asia high. So why have we changed? Well, we filled this FVG up. Price on this 15-minute, which is also that 1 hour FVG. We'll go back up just to make it clearer again. Again, price has filled up to this level. For whatever reason, it's stopped. We believe we're bearish for the day, that's why. So once we see this here at this time, 1 o'clock in the morning, we're on the 15-minute or the 5-minute or the lower time frames, and we're just looking for price to confirm that we've actually changed direction. You can see here by the 2 a.m. close, price has changed direction. On the 5-minute, it's very, very clean and clear. Okay, look, 2 a.m. candle, we've made a market structure shift, confirming the market is now going into a market maker sell model. So we have this original market maker, the buy side of the curve, and then now we're on the sell side of the curve. What do we want to see for this to be valid? Well, we want to see price have the market structure shift on the lower time frames, using the concepts I've just explained on the higher time frames. And then we just want to see all of the bearish PD arrays respected. We have this FVG here, respected perfectly. Price doesn't really need to go any higher. There's no real reason. It's already took buy side liquidity. Price then sweeps this FVG, tags in, goes lower. Again, have a little bit of consolidation here. This is what, from learning market maker models myself, the way I learn is you'll have the first distribution, and then you have consolidation, and then you have the second phase distribution, which is what hopefully this move down now is. If you look at the timings, okay, 4 o'clock, price between 3 and 4 didn't really do much here, okay? And then you see the new hour starts and we start to run lower. This can happen, as I said, if you have a big move, especially in one of the hours. Price isn't going to just continue all the time. Sometimes it comes back up to rebalance orders. People would have been aggressive and moved their stops. If you start going down time frames, you'll see exactly what I mean by that. So people would have entered the trade here, or even on the 1 minute, people would have been a little bit more aggressive. And you can see, like here, you've had a market structure shift. Let's say people would take it from this, take an entry here, or take an entry here, still like we did. But their stops would have been a little bit lower in terms of, I will explain now. So in terms of their stops being lower, because they're on a lower time frame, they would have traded it a little bit differently. So they probably would have put it, let's say this is the London high that's created, they probably would have gone here. Regarding this bit of price action, we got nothing for real reason on the 1 minute for price to go back above this. Okay, so they would also be floating by now where that consolidation was. They'll be above 1%. A lot of good traders will move break even at 1%. It's just something that makes you feel safer in the trade. So what people would have done is they'd have moved their break even stops here. When they moved lower, if they didn't take 2%, which you would have got here on the 1 minute, they would have probably moved their stops to about 1% level. And if we moved price back up, you can see this is most likely why price consolidated around this phrase. Okay, we probably would have, people would have been holding their stops just above this high here. Okay, and then obviously you see price goes lower, comes back, takes everyone out again. Now it's done taking people out. Price then sinks and hopefully continues the market maker sell model. Okay, so very clean price action. And to be honest, like I said in the Discord chat, I don't really see any reason now for price to actually go any higher. I do believe price is done. We did respect this 15-minute FVG. Also, for me now, the safe bet would to obviously bring your break-even stops above this level. As I said, this is a lot of liquidity probably built up here now, and a lot of people, a lot of traders will be moving their stops just below. Okay, it gives you some profit, it covers commissions, it covers cost of the trade, and all that good stuff. But listen, we're very, very close to TP. We're floating nearly 1.5% profit. Okay, we're not far away now from hitting the take profit. We have this low here. You could also mark that low and this new low as the low resistance liquidity. Okay, I haven't actually explained that in my Discord yet, but most people will probably know what that is already. So hopefully, well, normally what will happen is the price will really push quite aggressively through this, and then hopefully towards the external range, and our TP will be hit. Okay, if you are going to hold to the external range for 2.5% profit, my advice would be, once we take this low resistance liquidity here, and then this level here, really be trailing your stop quite tightly. Okay, as I said, price has no reason to go back up here now. And if it does, it most likely is going to change direction, okay? So be careful with the trade. Take profit, take partials, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be holding for 2R. Like I said, I'm at break even. I'm going to move just above break even, just below break even now to cover the cost of the trade, for commissions and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's today's trade. Really, really clean, good price action, easy to trade, no stress. And yeah, really nice. And I hope the explanation works well for everybody who watches it, and hopefully it can give you some sort of knowledge in how I trade. Also, if you've got any questions on the video, just send me a message on Discord and I will get back to you. Put it in the questions chart on Discord and I will get back to you.